One of my favorite Bible teachers, preachers, is Dr. Tony Evans. Dr. Tony Evans from the Urban Alternative in Dallas, Texas. A very good preacher. But I'm especially impressed with his illustrations that he gives. I do not know where he gets those illustrations from. Normally, they are very juicy, very entertaining, and just really good illustrations I get just from normal everyday life, just from his own life experiences. Dr. Tony Evans wrote a series, a study called Watch Your Mouth. And that is really, really good advice. You know, scripture tells us so many times to watch what we say. In fact, in Colossians chapter 4 and verse 6, I think it is, it says, let your words be always with grace, seasoned with salt, so that you may know how to answer everybody. All right? So the amazing thing is that God gave us 2 ears and only 1 mouth. And we have a hard time listening. We always, instead of listening, we are talking more than anything else. And scripture warns us about talking too much and saying the wrong things. The more you talk, the greater the possibility that you will say something out of place, something that is wrong. And that's what the study is about. Tony Evans' study is about. Watch your mouth. Be careful what you say. Scripture says that the tongue has the power of death and the power of life. That same tongue, that same your words can build somebody up, or it can take somebody down. And you know, like me and everybody else, you have said some things before that you wish that you could take back. And the fact is, once they come out of our mouth, we cannot take them back. So, I want to tell you today, watch what you say. Be careful what you say. I picked up a little something from the internet, and it's entitled, When to Keep Your Mouth Shut. Or it says, don't open your mouth. And here is good advice, when not to open your mouth, when not to say anything. Number 1, in the heat of anger. In the heat of anger. Number 2, when you don't have all the facts, don't open your mouth. Number 3, when you haven't verified the story. You know, a lot of information is going out, and if we're not careful, as soon as we hear it, we can take it up. But when it is not verified, don't open your mouth. Number 4, if your words will offend a weaker brother, and that's taken from scripture, of course, don't say anything. If your words will be a poor reflection of the Lord, of your friends, or your family, don't open your mouth. When you are tempted to joke about sin, do not open your mouth, don't talk. When you would be ashamed of your words later, you know, trying to take it back, you know, once it's gone out, you cannot take it back. It has done its damage already. When you are tempted to make light of holy things, if your word would convey a wrong impression, if the issue is none of your business, don't talk. When you are tempted to tell an outright lie, don't open your mouth. If your words will damage somebody's reputation, it's a good thing to just keep shh. If your words will destroy a friendship, zip it. When you are feeling critical, if you can't speak without yelling, keep your mouth closed when it's time to listen. And here's the last one. If you may have to eat your words later. So, it is not always good to talk. We have a hard time just stopping and listen. And sometimes somebody is talking to us, and we're really not listening to them. We're just waiting for our opportunity. We are just waiting for opportunity to say what we want to say. And scripture says it's good. Just from normal human experience. The problem that we normally have is that we talk too much. and we do not listen enough. Sometimes it pays to just say nothing. And it is so important that we think before we speak. Often we speak and then we realize what we've said and we wish we could take it back. But think first and speak later. I picked up this little thing on the internet. It says sometimes it pays to keep your mouth shut. The fish here, his mouth was open, and sure enough, he saw the bait and he took it, and it took him. All right. So sometimes it really pays to not just don't say anything. If you're wondering whether you should say anything or not, the best thing to do is just zip it. Zip it. Zip it. Let every man be slow to speak, quick to listen. Listen more than you talk, and you will find that your words that land you in trouble all the time, if you said less of it, it would actually benefit you and those around you. Thank you so much. Would you join me next time for another edition of Nuggets for the Soul? Have a wonderful day.